The United States and 7 other nations, a group called the G8, will meet again in June. But why should Americans care what goes on there? I'm Molly Stark, and this is Heritage in Focus.
The G8 is a powerful group of the world's most influential nations, and its summit this June is going to be especially important. The German presidency of the G8 has prioritised poverty reduction, and rightly so. Since 1945, the G8 has spent $1 trillion in foreign aid, yet many parts of the world are poorer now than they were then. Now is the time for a new development agenda. The G8 must look at policies that introduce more democracy, freer trade, the rule of law, and focus on fighting corruption, all of which have proven a lot more effective in fighting poverty than the debilitating culture of dependency bred by foreign aid. Climate change will also be top of the G8's agenda this year. Chancellor Merkel really needs to start looking at new policies to address climate change in light of Kyoto's abject failure. We need to start looking at policies that are investment-based, business-based, and technology-based, all of which will start putting new ideas into the policy mix, and the market can determine the winners and losers in addressing climate change. Finally, we must start really getting tough with regimes that are engaged in sustained and massive human rights abuses. Regimes like Burma, North Korea, Zimbabwe and Sudan really need to start looking at how we address that and propose immediate targeted sanctions against them. The G8 accounts for 65% of the world's economy and has a very powerful weapon to protect the poorest and most vulnerable people in our society and address the biggest issues of today.
Americans have a big stake in how the G8 nations tackle world poverty, climate change, and human rights abuses. I'm Molly Stark, and this is Heritage in Focus.